Hi, PMDD people. It's me, PMDD here. I hope you're looking after yourself, and if you are going through PMDD territory at the moment, or Hell Week as we describe it, I hope you're taking extra care of yourself. So, sensitivity to rejection. How strange is it that our brain, during PMDD, can turn us into someone who is hypersensitive to rejection. And outside of PMDD, we might be the most easygoing person who doesn't mind if someone cancels a plan, and we might be resilient when faced with rejection in the dating world. Okay, we might feel disappointed that someone cancels a plan or that we've been rejected by someone in the dating world. But outside of PMDD, that rejection doesn't dominate our thoughts, our behavior, and it doesn't send us spiraling down into those deep, deep pools of emotion that we find ourselves in during PMDD week, or however long your pattern of PMDD is. Now, I'm no scientist, and if there are any scientists watching, can you please let me know what exactly is happening in the brain for us to experience this PMDD symptom at a granular level? Is it inflammation? Like, what is happening? I'd really like to know if anyone has any idea. But I guess it makes logical sense from a survival perspective. So sensitivity to rejection could have helped a person stay connected to their tribe back in the day. And if you were rejected from your tribe, I can imagine that your chances of survival dramatically diminish. So sensitivity to rejection sounds like our brains are just trying to protect us. Thank you, brain. But in the modern world, that's maladaptive. It's not very helpful. So I did a bit of research about this before this video, and I found that some studies using MRI scans have shown that social rejection activates the same region of the brain that processes physical pain. So the brain treats social exclusion as a real physical threat. So being rejected physically hurts. And I think us PMDDers know that. And I'm just wondering where you feel the pain of rejection. So a common one is, and from my experience of being a counsellor, people feel it in their chest here, and it's a pain that radiates. And I'm just wondering if you feel it anywhere else in your body, or if you feel the physical pain in your chest here. So if you feel safe enough to share that, please leave me a comment. Also, if you have an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, you will already be super sensitive to rejection because of that deep-rooted fear of abandonment. You're very hypervigilant about changes in your environment, especially around people pulling away from you. So during PMDD, that's going to be amplified too. So yeah, understanding your attachment style as well could be helpful in this scenario. But it is tricky to work with sensitivity to rejection during PMDD territory. However, that's the best time, in my opinion, to really notice and reflect upon if anything else is being amplified. For example, is there a core belief that comes out of the woodwork during this time for you that you might not necessarily be aware of during non-PMDD time? And a core belief is something that we've really internalized, and it might not even be conscious to us, but I've put a list of core beliefs in the description. I won't read them out. And again, the list isn't like the only core beliefs that you can have. There are so many different core beliefs, but I put some common ones in the description. So I am worthless, I am alone, I don't matter, nobody likes me, and I do not belong are some common ones. So why am I saying this? Understanding if you have a core belief can help you then challenge that core belief and the thoughts and the behavior that is associated with it. Because we may be amplifying those thoughts and those behaviors during Hell Week, and if we're unaware that we've got a core belief, it can be extra confusing and extra challenging to deal with PMDD. So again, it's just heightening the self-awareness. And there's a technique in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, called take that thought to court. So take that thought to court. And what this means is you're putting your thoughts on trial. When we feel rejected, we may jump to conclusions that someone's rejected us because they don't like us, or insert whatever core belief you have here. And I'm just going to use the example of nobody likes me for this scenario. But more often than not, the person who's rejected you, say if they've cancelled a plan, they might just be busy, tired, they might be feeling mentally unwell, or they just might not feel like going out. And it's more to do with how they feel and not about how you are and your core belief. So it's not associated with your core belief. So what this CBT technique, take that thought to court, does here is look for evidence for and against your core belief in this scenario. And for and against why they've rejected you, to come to a balanced conclusion to see if that thought is true or distorted. So you'll be able to get a balanced, less distorted view, backed up by previous examples of how that person is with you. So, nobody likes me. Here is a list of the cold, hard evidence against that in this scenario. So they've cancelled a plan and my core belief is nobody likes me. So is there any evidence against that? So I might write down or say out loud, however you want to work. Okay, they've been my friend for 10 years now. We see each other all the time. I've got plans with them next month. They hardly ever cancel on me. They text me all the time and they share reels with me on Instagram. Okay, so there's some evidence against nobody likes me. Is there any evidence for that? Well, no, this person probably wouldn't contact me if they didn't like me. They'd probably try and phase me out. They wouldn't want to make plans with me. So I guess it shows through their actions that they do like me. And maybe if they were brave enough, they would tell me they didn't like me. So I can't really think of any evidence that proves that nobody likes me. So I must have a kind of distorted view at this moment in time because the evidence, the cold hard facts are saying contradicting that. So that's what that technique is supposed to do. It's supposed to balance that and really help you think about if a thought is true or not according to your core belief. So I hope that makes sense. And again, we can talk about sensitivity to rejection in other videos. If there are any topics you'd like me to talk about on this channel, please let me know. Also, my email address is in the description and I posted on the community tab a few days ago about if you'd like to share your PMDD story anonymously with me, please do email me and I will read out some of them on the channel. It could be very therapeutic to hear your story being validated through the channel. That was the idea anyway, and I'll never share email addresses, I'll never share your name, it'll be 100% anonymous. So if that resonates with you, please do email me your PMDD journey, your PMDD story, or anything that you'd like me to say on this channel. And thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I hope this channel is helpful to you because that's the idea. I'm coming at it from a counsellor's lens. I won't go into the more kind of like medication stuff, because that is not my area of expertise. I am a trained counsellor, so I will be looking at it through kind of like that lens and looking at like the emotional, mental health symptoms, as opposed to like, yeah, the chemical menopause or surgery or the antidepressants that you can take. So just to put that disclaimer out there. Anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you're looking after yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.